Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are in the world. This is Carol Mason coming to you today, doing our 10-day Go Live journey. So, welcome everybody. And of course, I am nervous as can be. There's always three speeches somebody actually says before they speak. And one of them is the one that you think you're going to say, the one that you actually say, and the one that you should have said. So here goes today. This is the one that I'm actually going to say. This is a journey for 10 days um, where we're going to do a go live every day. And today's go live is why is my why. I joined this online business with my son about a year and a half ago. And today I'm going to tell you why my why is my why I'm in this business. So initially when I joined, I basically joined to help my son because I thought it was a really great idea. I was quite impressed with the whole business aspect of it, being a previous franchise owner. And so I was going to help him with this business. And I thought, well, if I make a little bit of money on the side, that'd be fine. I'm happy with my little life. But what I realized later on was I had settled for a mediocre lifestyle, for a very okay lifestyle, because I didn't think I had a choice. I retired um, from working a multitude of different jobs at 65. And now I live on a tiny little pension that the government provides. But when I dug deeper into what do I really want? Do I want to settle for this? And when I saw the potential in the business, I decided I don't have to settle. I didn't think I had a choice, but I do have a choice. So I'm going to take you back because my my the story of my working life is relevant to where I'm at today. Um, Sometimes I have difficulty condensing the story because I have all kinds of different stories that shoot off from the main story. So here goes. This is why I want to do this business. Um, uh, I struggle with condensing the story, so bear with me. Um, okay, so from age 7 to 11, we moved every year as a child. I was never in one place, in one school, um, every year for the 5 years, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then from 11 to 15, we settled in a town. It was a little French Catholic town in northern Alberta. And at that point, I needed to start over. I'm 11 years old and I need to make friends. I need to figure out what is going on and create some kind of foundation for myself. So I loved the town. I loved the school. The school was very competitive. It had all kinds of artsy kind of uh, programs. I was in choir. Um, I was still in junior high, so there wasn't any option to do performing arts or anything like that, but I was very interested in that. And I actually um, was in extracurricular activity after school, which was figure skating. And that's when I realized, during those 5 years, I realized how I really was drawn to the arts, to movement, to, dancing, and the figure skating was amazing. I was so in love with figure skating. The last year that we were in that town, I became a figure skating coach. So I would be able to help teach the following year. That's when everything fell apart. We moved again. I'm 15 years old. I had just created this sort of an idea of what I was going to do with my life. And we moved to a town that was, I call it a hellhole. I'm not going to tell you where it is. It was a very transient town, just full of, it was an oil patch town. And at any one time, there was about 50 crews of men working in this town. There were, it was very multicultural, like there was all kinds of people in this town. And the school was awful. It didn't have, there was absolutely nothing for the arts. It was all academic. I was going into grade 10, and I was lost, devastated. Plus, there was no arena in this little town, outdoor rink. So there went my figure skating. There went my dream of becoming, I didn't know what I wanted to be. I had thought maybe a singer, maybe an actress, um, a teacher. That was something that I was kind of thinking I might be, but I had no idea. So, long story short, about that particular part of my life, I ended up running away from home at 17 and ran away to Edmonton, Alberta. And I worked at A&W, and I basically just didn't have a clue what I was going to do. And 6 months went by, and I decided that, well, I guess I can't do anything unless I finish my education. So I went back home. I didn't finish grade 12. I got to grade 12 and ended up getting pregnant at the end of the year. But the good news is I joined a band. That's how I got pregnant. I fell in love with the band leader. So I had a baby at the age of 19, and I was thinking that being in the band was going to be my ticket. I love to sing, and it actually helped grow that love of the arts for me. But that all fell apart when I had a baby. The band leader just left me in the dust, which occurs a lot. But from that moment forward, I didn't think I had a choice but to just find a job, just get jobs. And that's what I did until I got married at the age of 24. And when I met my husband, I thought it was a saving grace because I now didn't have to look for a job that was going to be the main income. I could work and supplement the income for the family. So I got married, had 2 more children, and that didn't last for more than 10 years. So at 10 years, my husband left me and I had 3 children. So now I'm a single mom. Okay, now what do? I just kept working in retail, uh, finding any job that I could get to provide for my children. The one thing that was a string in all of my work was teaching. So when my kids were young, I actually had a job teaching needlework, doing party plan work in the evenings. So that's how I supplemented our income when I was married. And I think the point of this is I had no idea who I was or what I was going to do to make a living. And that went on until I was 50. At the age of 50, my sister and I bought a franchise, and I thought this was the ticket. So I owned and operated this franchise for 6 years until it actually started to decline 2 years after I bought. And I tried to keep it going, but I ended up having to let it go at the age of 56. So here I am. I'm 56 years old. I'm bankrupt. I have no employment. Luckily, I had a hobby employment, which I actually discovered 2 years after my separation, and that was dancing. I hope it's okay. I'm kind of bouncing all around here because I struggle with, like I said, condensing my story. So 2 years after my husband left, I found country dancing. And oh my God, it felt like I was on the ice again. I fell in love with it. And within a year, I was teaching. And at one point, I taught up to 14 different styles of dance. So I pick things up really, really quickly because I'm a natural teacher. And that's what I should have done in my career, but that's hindsight. So at the age of 56, I had accumulated or created a community of dancing in the dance world. And it was never enough to make a full living, but I decided to just stop. I looked for work on the side for another 4 years, but at 60, I decided that's it, no more. I was so tired of trying to figure out what I could do to make a living. And the dance community, the dance business did actually provide me with enough to survive until I retired. And when I retired on the pension, I thought I was really lucky. And I am so grateful because I have built myself a beautiful little life here. But like I said in the beginning, I settled. I would have absolutely nothing to give my kids when I go. And Jay brought up an issue that I hadn't even thought about, and that is what happens if my mom if something happens, if she gets ill, or if she needs extended care or extra care, or if she needs to move into a retirement home. I hadn't even thought of that. So this business is important, and I am absolutely loving it. I hope I'm not going over time here. I have been transformed into a brand new person. This has been an amazing journey, and I am so happy that we found this online business because it saved my life. So I'm going to sign off with that, and I want to let you know that we are going to do, I'm going to, Jay and I, between the two of us, off and on, will do a go live every day for the next 10 days. And we're going to share more of our journey. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you again probably tomorrow. Bye now.